We often think big changes require big actions. We dream of overnight transformations and instant results. But the truth is, lasting change happens gradually. It's the small habits, repeated day after day, that have the most profound impact on our lives. Just like tiny drops of water can carve canyons over time, these atomic habits shape who we become. Think of your habits as the compound interest of self-improvement. Each one on its own might seem insignificant, but over time their effects multiply. Just as money multiplies through compound interest, the results of our habits compound as we repeat them. This is the power of atomic habits. By focusing on small incremental improvements, we unlock the potential for remarkable long-term growth. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. It's about embracing the idea that small changes, done consistently, can lead to extraordinary results. Imagine getting 1% better at something every day. It might not seem like much initially, but over a year, that 1% daily improvement would make you almost 38 times better than you were at the start. This is the power of compounding. Conversely, if you get 1% worse each day, the decline might seem insignificant at first, but over time, the losses accumulate, leading to a significant decrease in your abilities. This highlights the importance of breaking bad habits before they compound into bigger problems. The 1% rule reminds us that progress is often non-linear. We may not see dramatic changes every day, but with consistent effort, the results will eventually become undeniable. It's about trusting the process, focusing on small wins, and understanding that even tiny improvements, compounded over time, can lead to remarkable transformations. Many people start their self-improvement journey by setting goals. They want to lose weight, get a promotion, or learn a new language. While goals are important for direction, they often fall short because they focus on the outcome, not the process. Instead of fixating on goals, Atomic Habits encourages us to focus on our identity. Who do we want to become? What kind of person embodies the results we seek? If you want to lose weight, for example, don't just focus on the number on the scale. Focus on becoming a healthy person. Ask yourself, what would a healthy person do? When we build habits that align with our desired identity, the results take care of themselves. Instead of trying to force ourselves to change, we become the type of person who naturally does the things that lead to the results we want. It's about shifting our mindset from I have to I am. This subtle shift in perspective can have a profound impact on our motivation and long-term success. To effectively build good habits and break bad ones, it's crucial to understand the underlying mechanics of how habits work. Every habit, whether good or bad, follows a four-step process known as the habit loop cue, craving, response, and reward. The cue is the trigger that initiates the habit. It could be a specific time of day, a particular location, or even an emotional state. The craving is the motivation behind the habit. It's the desire for the reward that the habit provides. The response is the action taken, the habit itself, and finally the reward is the benefit gained, which reinforces the habit and makes it more likely to be repeated in the future. By understanding the habit loop, we can identify the cues that trigger our habits, the cravings that drive them, and the rewards that reinforce them. This awareness allows us to consciously design our environment and routines to promote good habits and make bad habits less appealing. Section 5. Building good habits, making it obvious. One of the most effective ways to build good habits is to make them obvious. The more visible and accessible a habit is, the more likely we are to perform it. This principle can be applied in various ways. First, we can use clear cues to trigger our desired habits. For example, we can place our running shoes by the door to remind us to go for a run, or put a book on our pillow to encourage reading before bed. Second, we can change our environment to make good habits easier to notice and perform. This could involve decluttering our workspace to minimize distractions, or keeping healthy snacks readily available. Finally, we can use a technique called habit stacking, which involves linking a new habit to an existing one. For example, we could create a habit of meditating for 2 minutes after brushing our teeth, or doing 10 push-ups after pouring our morning coffee. By linking new habits to established routines, we increase the likelihood of sticking with them. Section 6. Building good habits, making it attractive and easy. In addition to making good habits obvious, we can also make them more appealing and easier to perform. The more attractive and effortless a habit is, the more likely we are to repeat it. To make a habit attractive, we can pair it with something we enjoy. For example, we could listen to our favorite music while exercising or watch a TV show while folding laundry. We can also surround ourselves with people who inspire us to adopt good habits. Their positive influence can motivate us to stay on track. To make a habit easy, we need to simplify it as much as possible. This might involve reducing the number of steps required to perform the habit, such as laying out our workout clothes the night before or preparing a healthy lunch in advance. We can also start small with the 2-minute rule, which suggests scaling down any habit to a manageable 2-minute version. For example, instead of trying to read a whole book, we can start by reading just 1 page. Section 7. Building good habits, making it satisfying. The final step in building lasting good habits is to make them satisfying. When we experience positive reinforcement after performing a habit, we're more likely to repeat it in the future. One way to make a habit satisfying is to provide ourselves with immediate rewards. This could be as simple as giving ourselves a pat on the back or enjoying a small treat after completing a task. Another effective strategy is to track our progress and celebrate small wins. This helps us stay motivated and reinforces the positive impact of our efforts. It's important to note that the reward doesn't have to be big or extravagant. Even small, symbolic rewards can be effective in reinforcing desired behaviors. The key is to choose rewards that are meaningful to us and align with our values.